1, 2, 3, 4. Doom tech, tech, doom tech, doom tech, tech, doom tech.
Yo, Roy.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, man. What a football. What a great football we're watching. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel slightly traumatized by today's performance.
I mean, probably last time we played like this in San Siro against a small team, of course. It was during the banter era, I guess. Something like that. We've seen during the banter era, but that's fine.
It's been a long time since I've seen Milan play like this. I don't know what to say. I mean, it was such a bad performance. The team is so disjointed. The team is so soulless. The team just is not a team right now. Everything Pioli worked on this summer, just gone. So now he has to revert with three at the back. Or maybe he's just doing this right now because some players are missing. How do you feel about the three at the back?
I think that is the only positive thing of the three at the back. I think hopefully we keep that because to simplify the concept, our defense is not good enough. Our midfield is not good enough. So with three at the back, you solve the defense issue. You have three center backs plus wing backs that help the center backs. And the fact that you have that solidity at the back helps the midfield to recover less balls and be more on the front foot. Because at the end of the day, our midfielders are not good at recovering the ball. So yeah, the three at the back is a good option. I don't think I agree with you that Pioli did that because some players were missing. But I hope he realized as soon as possible, that our team, to be solid, needs to be with three at the back at the moment. That's it.
Yeah.
And the three at the back will work better with Calabria and Theo as wing backs.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I agree that with wing backs at Theo and Calabria, they're definitely different dimension. Obviously, Theo is one of the driving forces of the squad. The big question is who gets sacrificed, because if you're going to put three in the back and you're just going to go with the two midfielders, so someone is getting sacrificed. Who is that player? It's either Krunic, Reindeers, or Loftus-Cheek. It's one of these three, or maybe Calabria.
No, or you can play Krunic and Reinders, or Krunic and Ruben in the middle, and Reinders on mid right. So a creative player.
So take out Pulisic.
Oh yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, Pulisic today did nothing apart from that chance that he created by himself. Every time he got the ball was not effective. Was always slipping or in the ground. So it doesn't look like being effective with these mid-table small Italian teams that come and put a fight on you.
You know what? I don't disagree with that, actually. If I would do a sacrifice, it would be one of the top three, because I agree that today, more than silky skills, which we don't have, we need a little bit more heart in that area. So yeah, that's who I would sacrifice to, Pulisic in this case.
And if you put Ruben on that position, which is not going to be a proper right wing, of course, it will be more center midfielder, close to Giroud. It will be more physical. It will go on those aerial duel with Giroud. Anyway, Reinders and Ruben, they have enough quality to support the attack and create chances. They're not like better footballers. They have enough quality. So to cross the ball, to do a 1-2, to shoot the ball, things like that. So that's what I will play at the moment. Maybe when Benacer comes in, maybe I will put Benacer on that position to be more offensive. Or Reinders as well is a good in that position. But yeah, that's and if you don't want to do that, fine. Pulisic on the right, Giroud on the middle, Leao on the left, and you go more physical midfield or whatever. Ruben Reinders, Ruben Krunic, or Krunic Reinders they're all good options because you are covered on the wings. They don't need to cover the wings because on a 4-3-3 they need to cover Teo or Calabria when they go up, go a bit wider. In this formation, they don't need to go wider at all. They just need to stay in the middle and connect the center backs with the attacking players. So it's such a solid formation. It's ugly as fuck. We're not gonna play great football. We will rely a lot on brilliances, individual brilliances. But at the end, you're not gonna concede clear chances. Today, Verona was a pain in the ass for us, but they never had a clear chances. They had maybe 2 headers that were a bit concerning, but never like
But
inside.
I
box.
do feel, Lard, that specific to today, if today we played against a better team, it could have been. I feel like today we were lucky to get a result because at the end of the day, Verona just played really poorly. Let's also say that Verona was very poor as well.
Yeah.
And the way they held the ball kind of helped us they kind of helped us win today. These are those kind of games that you usually lose. For some reason, for luck, we won it. But don't you feel that if we play like this against, let's say, one of the teams that is more informed, like we get killed, we get destroyed. Like
Yeah,
that's the feeling I'm getting.
there is that concern, of course. But on the other side, I hope these players will be more focused and play a better football against a better team. They will put more attention on details. And again, I'm talking about this formation with having Teo on the left, Florencio Calabria on the right, which is a much better output than what we had today. Because today we had Florencio on the left, which is I think he had a great game, but it doesn't give you that pace and that going vertical and creating problems to the opposition or that counter that you would want with this type of formation. With Teo, you will have that. That is an extra weapon that allows you to create more damage on the opposition. The opposition will be more concerned. On the right, you will have Calabria or Florenzi, which are similar football player, good on the ball, and they will be good on those 1-2s, defensively solid. So I think this formation can bring problem to a better team, but you need your better players on the wings, or a Kalulu. Kalulu on the right will be a good option on this type of formation. It will be extremely solid, run forward, physical. So this formation is not bad. It will cover at least our issue that we have in the midfield. 4-3-3, we were conceding too many chances. For whatever team was it, we were giving away a lot of chances.
Yeah. I mean, off the ball, this team is suffering.
Yeah.
We just get penetrated easily, really easy. Yeah, listen, I think he might stick with this. Obviously, especially the Inter game, was a traumatic game. That was a traumatic game for the team. They're still feeling that for sure. The Newcastle game was a big disappointment because they feel like they should have won it. He might stick with this formation. Last year, he did when we were in a crisis. He went to this formation. He stuck with it for a while. And then he went back to the regular one. I think once Mike came back in, he started to go slowly back into the regular one. So let's see. Maybe he's just going to do this for until Mike comes back.
If he kept this formation against Inter in semi-final of Champions League, it would have been a more open game. Like we would have fight for that to be in that final longer than what we did. Well, we lost 2-0 and 1-0, I think, against Inter or something like that, or 1-0, 2-0. With this formation, would have been a 0-0, 1-1 type of semifinal.
Yeah, it would have been more on the defensive side for sure.
Exactly.
So more focused.
Or let's say he plays this formation against Inter a week ago, we concede much less. Because Inter was going every fucking time Inter was going forward, they were creating a chance. With this type of formation, you will have 3 center backs, one on Lautaro, one on Thuram, and Kier covering those mistakes. Because I guess Chao made a lot of mistakes on Thuram. If Kier was free, he would have covered those mistakes. On the other side, if another center back makes a mistake on Lautaro, Kier will cover that mistake. That's what the role of the third center back, covering the mistakes of Tomori and Chao in this case. And that helps a lot. So, in my opinion, Pioli should keep this formation, should just admit defeat in terms of what type of squad he has, and keep this formation
Yeah.
and go the entire season like this, unless, of course, there is some issues, injuries, and you have to go back at the 4-3-3 and things like that. But this is the most solid formation for us.
Yeah,
And Benacer comes back as well.
it could be. Yeah, I mean, it is a sign that the Mercato was a failure. It is a sign that the team they thought about building when they came together and they said, this is the kind of team we want, these are the kind of players that will make us achieve that failed. That is all gone out of the window. So Pioli has to reinvent himself, kind of going back to this. And if he can create something more solid that focuses on winning the ball more and holding the field and being more solid, it could salvage the season. But this what I don't want to be super negative, but to me today's performance is pretty much, it's the nail on the coffin. We're definitely not winning the Serie A this year. It's not going to happen. Not with not if you play like this. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, Serie A is tough. It's gonna be tough to win it. I'm talking about getting as many points as possible, sealing that top 4, sealing that Champions League money, getting through the group of in Champions League. I mean, playing this formation against PSG will help us recover those pacey wings they have. The Dembele, the Mbappe. They have to deal with a center back and a right wing, or a left wing and a center back, which is more complicated for them. And for us, will allow Leao to be more free to go on those counters. This is a formation that allows Leao not to defend at all and go on a counter, be dangerous. So if you can keep the clean sheet with this type of formation, you will, most of the time, 90% of the time, you will win the game, because we have players that will create those 3-4 clear chances, no matter what. Especially Leao. Leao is a massive weapon when teams comes at you and leave spaces behind them. And Reinders has that passing ability. I saw Florenzi today did a great pass for Leao, deep on the left. So we have quality. Of course, if we had like a proper striker, that would have been even better. You would get like 3 pacey quality player going forward on a counter. It's a bit like what Conte did with Inter the first year. He played this formation, and he went on a counter, and he almost won the league, almost won the Europa League. So I'm happy to almost win something this year.
Yeah. Okay. So the positive is obviously the 3 points. That is a positive for sure. The positive also, I think Sportiello looked good. I think Sportiello is definitely an upgrade to Tatarusano. That is no question about it. That's easy to identify. He was composed on the ball, good saves, really good reflex saves. He kind of kept us in there. The big chance they had, Sportiello answered, so that's very good.
Yeah.
Musa completely out of position for me. Like, no, it was like, bro, it was like he might have not even played, it was the same. He did have a chance at the end, which came right after a very composed move of Sportiello from the goal, where he did that back heel dribble, and then that led to that Musa opportunity. Musa, really good run from Musa. He does have qualities. He does have ability to run into space and take your man, but completely out of position. He did have that chance. That's it. Um, so Musa cannot play there. Like if we play Musa there, we're not going to get anything out of him. Maybe you can put Chukwueze there.
Oh God, no! Stop it. I prefer, to be honest, I prefer out of position Musa, because at least what I like about Musa, that even though he makes a lot of mistakes, passing, dribbling, those mistakes, no, he doesn't get discouraged, and he still fights, and he still gets in position and runs a lot, puts a lot of quantity. So I like that on a football player, especially a young player, because he will improve, he will get better, and he
Oh
doesn't
yeah, of
he
course.
doesn't look afraid of playing at San Siro for Milan. So he gives everything.
I mean,
I
he's only 20.
he was
Larry.
out of position.
He's only 20 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
he is. They say he's experienced 20-year-old, but you're still only 20. So there's a lot of room to improve. Obviously Calabria there would be much more effective in that position.
Or Florenzi or Kalulu. We have
of course.
for this formation, weirdly enough, for this type of formation, we have quality defenders on the wings and in the middle. Literally, we are top team, because our three center backs, how's it go? Chao, Kier, and Tomori, three at the back, they are good. They are really good. They have all the different characteristics you need of the three at the back: composure on the ball, pace, high physicality. So Kalulu as well can be put on those three at the back. And the other kid, the Argentinian one that we bought, he can perform better on the three at the back than two at the back. Because two at the back, there is a lot of space to cover. You need to be tactically perfect. Three at the back, you can be out of position. There is other two center backs that will cover you. So this is perfect for us. The wings, you have a player like Teo Hernandez on the left, and three players on the right, like Calabria, Florenzi, and Kalulu. They give you a different type of football, all of three of them. So you can have different solutions. So I think it's crazy if Pioli goes back to a 4-3-3, and again, we concede a lot of chances for any team that we play against. But let's see.
We'll see. I mean, the next game is against Cagliari. That should also be another 3 points. I don't know what to expect right now from Milan.
I would like to answer this comment, which is a good point. Weirdly enough, yes, you can play them every 3 days for 90 minutes, because when you play three at the back, you run less, you sprint less, because there's three defenders. They divide the responsibilities during the game. And probably if you check the stats, you will understand that probably Kier, Chao, and Tomori run less when they play three at the back instead of four at the back. They run less, they sprint less probably, and they cover more pitch. So they will be less tired at the end of the 90 minutes, and they can play on short periods. Of course, you need to rotate them a bit, but you can do that. We have players to do that. You can put Chao, Tomori, and the other Pellegrini to rest Kier, and you can put Kalulu to rest Chao or Tomori. You can still rotate. You have another two players to rotate them, especially on games like Cagliari when you don't have that pressure. So yes, you can actually deal with that issue. You cannot do that if you play with three midfielders, because if you play Reinders, Krunic, and Ruben every 3 days, they will get broken, and you don't have actually decent quality to cover them in the bench. So that's why the three at the back is even more important to be followed. Do you agree with me, Roy, on this?
Yeah, no, I think with three of the back, of course, essentially, when we play 4-2-3-1, of course, there's more space that you need to cover. Three of the back is designed to cover that space. So, and three of the back becomes five of the back, and then you're
Yeah.
defending 5-4-1. So yeah, you're definitely covering. It's all about not covering enough space. Like what worries me just comes down to the fact that this team has no identity. It has no soul, and it's just a team that it's built poorly. It's right now the coach doesn't is not doing a good job because the team he has is built poorly. The people in charge of this club are not given an identity to these players. What does it mean to play for Milan? What does it mean to play for Milan? Uh, so honestly, like you can put 5-6-1, 5-2-4, 11-1, 12-13. I think we're still gonna have issues at the end of the day, and I just can't get that thought out of my head. Like it doesn't matter what we do, we're gonna have issues.
Yeah, man, I'm with you, but at this point we are in the season. We need to find solutions. Um, I don't care about mistakes have been made. 130 million has been spent on players that probably will stay in the bench most of the season. I know that. Uh, so that's what we have to do now. We need to fucking do our best, and I think we can do our best with three at the back, Theo on the left, Calabria on the right, two midfielders, Reinders and Ruben, or Reinders and Krunic, and Leao, Giroud, and a right wing or a midfielder that plays as a right wing. Even Musa can play that right wing position if you want more balance. You know what I mean? He does not have the quality of
Yeah,
Pulisic
like
or
Salamakers kind of thing.
exactly like Salamakers. You will be like
Yeah.
Calabria and Musa as a right wing, and Musa will put a lot of quantity. Calabria is going to be the guy that will put a bit quality with Ruben or Reinders in that area.
Yeah, I
On
agree
the
with that.
left, you will
That's a
go
good
with
idea.
pace with Theo and Leao.
It
Simple as
worked.
that. It will
It
be
worked
at
for
least
us.
it will be really tough to beat. Even good teams will struggle a lot to beat you because you will have fighters that will run a lot and be on your neck for the 90 minutes. That's the thing.
Yeah. No, I agree that if you kind of do that and you are giving more balance to the team for sure, and that's what we need. That's definitely what we need. Okay, other positive notes, Laird. I thought Okafor came in. He showed some good things. Speed, a lot of speed. Composure. Of course, he was fresh when he came in, and the players that were playing against him were defending all game. But good composure. Came in. No communication with him and Jovic. Just no chemistry. No understanding. There was an
No.
opportunity where the cross, Jovic just didn't. They didn't read each other. Um, so, what did you think of Okafor? Do you think he deserves more playing time? I think out of all the subs, he had the most impact. RLC was okay, but let's talk about Okafor a little bit. What did you think?
Well, Okafor will deserve. If Okafor was not the substitute of Leao, I would say Okafor should start more and play more games. But Okafor was bought to be the second option after Leao. And Leao is a great player, man. I think Leao should play at least every game should play an average of 85 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's Verona or Inter, Leao should play most of the games. Uh, a game that is open like this one, probably Pioli doesn't want to risk it, so he wants to keep Leao as long as possible to get a second goal. But yeah, Okafor should play more, but not on the left because Leao is massive for us. So what do you do if you want to play Okafor a bit more? Do you put him as a number 9? No chance. It isn't. It doesn't get the ball as a number 9.
No, yeah,
Which
he likes to go out wide. He likes to.
why
He plays like he's like Rebic. He's definitely not a center forward. Like
exactly?
he does not a center.
So you want to play Okafor a bit more, you need to play him on the right wing, because he can have a fight with Pulisic and Chukwueze, who is starting that position. None
And
of them
then
is
we're going to have a
touch.
right wing with Pulisic, Chukwueze, Okafor, and Romero. 4 players for the right.
Well, if you want to play Okafor a bit more, yes, that's what you do. You put Pulisic on the bench, you play Okafor, and if Pulisic comes in instead of Leao, plays on the left. If you want to play Okafor a bit more. If you go back on the on what I was talking before, the 3-5-3, 3-4-3. On a 3-4-3, the third at the right can be Okafor, that is more in the middle as a second striker with Giroud. You can do that as well if you want.
Listen, let me ask you a question, because
Yeah.
we're playing a 3-4-3. So we're going with 3 at the back. And the player that that you got to sacrifice, we spoke about Pulisic, we spoke about possibly one of the midfielders, etc., etc. But what if they just play a 3-5-2 and have Leao and Okafor as the 2 forwards, where they play with each other, and they already have chemistry? You don't lose any of the midfielders. You still have Theo and Calabria, and you have 3 at the back. Who we don't need Pulisic, and Giroud can freaking take a rest every once in a while. Why not
Yeah,
just go with a 3-5-2?
that will be. I will do that as well. I wouldn't mind doing that as well. But that is saying to the management, to the ownership, you bought me the wrong players. Because basically you're putting in the bench all the wings. You're putting
Yeah.
in the bench the 2 strikers, the Giroud and Jovic, Pulisic, Chukwueze, and Luca Romero in the bench.
Yep.
And so what we're doing here? Is it
Yeah,
something
yeah.
we planned, or is a pass? So I don't think Pioli is going to do that, because it's a bit like you need to be more, even bolder than what Pioli is to do things like this, to tell the ownership,
Yeah,
I'm
to
going to
send the
put in the bench
message.
60 million euro.
Well,
And
Pulisic, Pioli needs to also have some responsibility too. I mean, he was given more responsibility in the market.
yeah. That's
Um,
why he's not going to do it. That's why he's going to keep playing with the 3 up front, to use some of the players they bought this summer. That's why he's not gonna play Okafor on the right, because people will be like, okay, why we bought Pulisic and Chukwueze on the right if you're playing Okafor on the right, even though Okafor is playing well. I know people get upset with Pioli saying, oh, why Pioli is not playing more Okafor? Well, because we bought another 2 players on that right wing. So that's why Okafor is not playing. Okafor was bought in to be a left wing, or a number 9, which we saw is not good enough as a number 9, at least not in Italy. It's not a good number 9. End of the story. Maybe on a counter-attacking type of football, for example, if we are parking the bus against PSG, yes, you can put Okafor as a number 9, because you're going to park the bus, gain the ball deep in the pitch, and go on a counter with Leao, Okafor, Pulisic, or whatever, Reinders, whoever is going to be in the pitch for those counters. But if you're actually dominating the game, you need a tall number 9 to put down that ball. And
yeah,
they,
of course, you need a big guy there if you're gonna play this one. Yeah.
Okafor doesn't do that. So I'm sorry, but Pioli is not going to play him in those type of games. No,
Yeah.
and it's not about, give him a chance. No, man, this is Milan. It's not about chances. You need to make the right decision. That's the thing.
What about how did you feel about well, did we speak about Pulisic at all? Did we? I don't think
For
we
me,
did. Let's talk a little bit about Pulisic.
yeah, okay,
Awful, just terrible performance. The guy was bodied the whole game.
yeah,
He was red. He was on lock. He had one chance where he created a good opportunity for himself. If he would have scored that, he would have come off as a hero, and some people would have forgotten the rest of the game.
yeah.
But bad game. That is those Serie A games that this is the Serie A games that you need that experience, right? These are the games. It's not like when you come in and there's a lot of space and everybody's excited. So these games when it's grimy and dirty that you need that experience. And today he was completely taken out. He was completely taken out of the game. Very poor performance for Pulisic, in my opinion. Well, how about you?
Yeah, he had he ran a lot for sure. The thing you have to give it to him that he runs a lot. He fights. It's just he had a reality check today with the Serie A. That is not as easy as people think. Serie A is not a farmer league. Serie A is tough. Your YouTube highlights reel is not gonna allow you to dribble player for fun. You have to actually dribble them, and most of the time they don't. Pulisic had an awful average game. He lost possession 3 or 4 times on the final third, trying to create something. The other times he passed the ball at the back. Some crosses that probably didn't go anywhere. How was his performance today? A lot of fights, nothing incredible with Musa on the right. No 1-2s, no link ups, nothing. To say okay, there is some chemistry over there between Musa and Pulisic. We created some interesting chances. Honestly, Giroud didn't help as well. Giroud every time gets the ball, it does nothing. One of the two, it does some 1-2s that are useless. That as well doesn't help our right wing having a striker like Giroud. So they did a good press on Verona when Verona lost the ball and we scored that goal. That was a good pressing.
Yeah, Pulisic did get that press.
Yeah.
But also, let's be honest. Like Verona kind of set themselves up there. Like,
Yeah, Verona is not that quality team that you think. So yeah, really, really, really. I mean, I knew that. I knew that our right wing is not improved. I knew that. I don't know what people think. I don't care what people think.
listen, Laird, for me, I'm not trying to push an agenda because that's what I'm being accused. Well, both of us are being accused of that. But for me, it is clear that the team last year was better. Maybe the idea of the team was better. But like Diaz there, after 3 years, he had got into a certain level. Salamakers, Messias, these guys, they had got into a certain level and they were playing better than what we're seeing now.
For me, it's not even about better or worse. For me, is even if the team is at the same level, you spend around 30 million to keep the team at the same level. So I don't care. Even if Pulisic scores 5 goals and people will tell me, okay, he scored 3 goals more than Salamakers, I don't care. That's not today. Pulisic didn't show a performance that is better than what Salamakers would have done in this game. Pulisic at the derby didn't show a performance better than what Salamakers would have done in that game. So that's what we are here. In Champions League, Chukwueze played against Newcastle. He didn't have a better game than what Salamakers would have had in that game as well. So these right wings we bought, they are performing at the level of Messias and Salamakers. That's the reality of the things. And they costed us 45 to 50 million. I don't care what people say. We have improved the right wing. It's not. It's not improved. What I'm seeing in the pitch is not an improvement.
No, it's not improved. It's not. There's no way. Ali, okay, for sure, the team last year had more heart, for sure. And that is a fact. That is just a fact. That is not even undiscussable. Let's go to chat. Wait, before that, actually, let's talk about Leao. He tried. Everything is going through him. He's basically the solution to the problems. Obviously, he scored the goal. He didn't try any back heels this time.
Yeah.
He scored the goal. Yeah, Florenzi set him up on some good runs. I think individually he had a good game, but around him it wasn't so great. And also, he's not the kind of guy. The problem with Leao is this, all right? He doesn't improve the way the team plays football. He plays for himself. If you catch him on the right run, give him the ball and then let him cook. Like that is Leao. But he doesn't make the team play better. He doesn't, do what Modric does, right? That Modric is a super example. And this is one of the issues that I have with Leao. What did you think of Leao today?
Yeah, Leao had a good game. He's sharp. Of course, he still makes some weird decisions during the game, but he's a weapon, man. And it's natural that our game will always be around him, or he will get the most out of our games because he's naturally hard to stop. So it kind of is a how you say is a magnet. All our game goes through him because he's so easy to set up. Even a guy that has not have incredible passing ability can set up Leao because he has an insane pace. You don't need to put a precise pass to send Leao on goal. The pass Giroud gives to Leao to score. If it was another player, that would be too long as a pass. But because it's Leao, that looks a good pass. So that's why our game is always going to be about Leao. I laugh when people think that we're gonna buy a good right wing and our game will change and we will go more on the right and we will create more. No, man, Leao is such an incredible player that always our game will go through Leao and Theo. Always, no matter what quality player you put there. It is too good. The guy is too good. And Real Madrid as well is the same. When Vinicius Junior plays, the whole game goes through Vinicius most of the time. They go on that side most of the time because he's too good. The guy is too good. And when Barcelona used to play with Messi, Suarez, and all the other guys, most of the game was going through Messi and that mid right side because he's too good. And Ronaldinho, when Barcelona had Ronaldinho, all the game was going on that side. So it's always going to be like this. That's why
the way it is. That's the way it is. When you have a superstar, the everybody psychologically just magnetizes themselves towards him.
When we had Kaká and Shevchenko, the game was going on that left side always because we had Seedorf, Kaká, and Shevchenko that used to like and go on that side. So our football was more quality on the left side and more quantity on the right. And that's why Gattuso was put on the right side to balance that position.
Yep, that's right. Correct.
So that's why I always thought our right wing should be someone that puts a lot of quantity and fights for the team. I don't care about quality having on the right wing. I wanted a number 9 to have a better output from Leao and to be more impactful on those crosses from the right. But yeah, Leao did a good game. I agree with you. He's not the player that will make the team play better, but he's a player that will make the team win games if you give him the right passes. If you set him up properly on those spaces, he will punish you. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, any other players of note today?
I think Reinders didn't have a great game today. He puts a lot of energy, runs a lot, but off the ball still not good enough. On the ball, he's suffering the Giroud as a striker because he likes to go with those through passes, and Giroud does not make those runs for him. So he struggles on that side. We will see the real improvement in our game when we will get a proper number 9. Forget about the right wings. They will not improve our games. Never. Until we will have an old 36, 37 years old number 9. No chance. It will not happen. And I want to close with this. Chukwueze today didn't play. For me, that is a clear signal that the guy is not good enough. That is a clear signal that the guy cannot dribble Bartesaghi in Milanello during the training ground. I know that. I know that because Chukwueze played against the Serie C team this summer and he didn't score or create any assist because we lost 0-1 that game. I know that the Chukwueze is not as good as people think. And today he didn't play. Pioli didn't trust him and put him in the pitch to have a guy on that right wing to create a chance. He didn't do that. Not even for 10 minutes. So Chukwueze is not the right wing that people think. People will tell me, "Oh, it's too early. You lied, are a dick. You gave more time to Selemex and blah blah." No, man, Chukwueze is not good enough, and I can't wait for Luca Romero to play in that position as soon as possible. I can't wait.
Yeah, he didn't play today. The next game is Sunday, I believe, and it's against Cagliari.
No, it's midweek. It's midweek.
Oh, right. Sorry, it's midweek. Not bad. It is midweek. Yep, and then and then and then what? Then we have Lazio, right?
Lazio and Borussia Dortmund.
Okay. So we have Cagliari midweek, Lazio the weekend, then Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
I mean, Lazio is performing really poorly. Maybe we can get something out of them.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just flabbergasted, to be honest with you, my man. Like, I've never seen Milan play so badly in such a long time. I don't even know what to think. Um, for me, these 3 points, like they don't even mean anything. I'm just so sad to see Milan in this condition.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, and we were so close, man. Honestly, we were so close. People laugh at me when I say that summer we should have bought Botman and a midfielder. And this summer we should have bought a fucking striker and another midfielder, and we would have been sorted. We would have been in such a great team. And the moment you have a striker that scores 25 goals, 20 goals in a league season, that's the moment when you look for the right wing, because you have a baller as a striker. You have a Leao on the left. That's the moment you start looking for that quality quantity right wing, and that's when you spend a lot of money to get that right player. I know, not we did things in an opposite way. We didn't reinforce the midfield. We didn't reinforce the defense in these 2 years. We didn't buy a number 9, a proper one. And now you get the results. These are the results you have. About the league, though, let's see, because it's Serie A. No, I don't think there is any team that is dominant like Napoli was last season. There's not a team that is extremely dominant.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Krunic is injured.
But so people in the chat are saying Milan played poorly last year too. No, guys, Milan played poorly. There were moments where Milan played poorly last year, the year before, and whatnot. But where we disagree is at this level today, like this was really bad. Last time I saw Milan play this bad was when we lost 2-0 to Spezia, where we were just like a team that had no sterilized. We were completely sterilized. It reminded me of that game, but somehow we managed to win this one. This is definitely the worst performance I've seen Milan.
I think that game we played really bad because Spezia played extremely well. Spezia looked like fucking Real Madrid that game.
Yeah, at least Spezia gets some credit for that. Verona played terrible today.
Yeah, Verona. That's why we didn't lose against Verona, because Verona played like shit. They didn't deserve to win at the end of the day. Didn't even try to win it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's see what happens next. I think the next game, Cagliari, we should get another 3 points. As long as we can get 3 points out of these games, whether it's luck or not, it doesn't matter. Then we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, 3 points are important at the end of the day. I don't really care playing well, because everyone knows in this channel what I think about the transfer and what we've done. So honestly, I don't care playing well. I just want to get the 3 points and move on this season to the next one, and hopefully quicker we move on from these seasons, quicker we will see Jerry sell the team, and maybe we get another management, another ownership that has more clear idea what they want to do, and they're more football focused than money focused.
Yes, that's the key right there. Football focus. That's what we need. Okay, what else, Laird? Anything else you want to bring up?
No, if you want, you can we can focus on the chat, and we can talk about Cagliari, who is going to be available, what formation we want to play, and close it there.
Okay. So let's see what we got in the chat. I would tell y'all not to be too harsh on them, but to be fair, this is the first time I've heard y'all shit on Milan players after defending the team for years from Milan, from people like Red John and Nathan. Yeah.
You saw today how Red John was defending Krunic. Sorry, Pulisic.
Pulisic, yeah.
He
He
was
complimented
defending Pulisic
he complimented Pulisic on something that Salamakers used to always do.
Yeah, or he was covering, protecting Pulisic in a way that he never did on other players. Never did it to Salamakers, to Messias, to Diaz. Never justified a bad performance from them.
Right.
I like that. I like that the guys are changed, are better people now. I'm proud. I made a change in this world. At least.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for me, guys, look, even though the management was not ideal last time with Elliot, I have to commend Elliot because they put people in charge of the club that if they don't give you confidence, I don't know who the fuck will give you confidence. And you know, they made a mistake, whatever. But at the same time, last year, the management and the ownership had some friction. So it already broke last year, unfortunately. I think if the management and the ownership probably had a smooth relationship, maybe Maldini would have won his second star already. Who knows? But no, this management, guys, how can you have confidence in this management? Like, there's no way. How can you have confidence in people who just started doing this yesterday? Milan is like, what Milan represents cannot be done by someone that started doing this yesterday. You need experts. You need people that have seen it all, done it all, seen it all.
Yeah. It's anyway. So, who you think is gonna play against Cagliari?
I'm not sure if he's going to keep going with this. My intuition is that if Theo Hernandez and Calabria are back, he's just going to go back, revert to his old style. But I'm not sure. There's a lot of uncertainties right now with how he's going to play. I think I'm going to stick with. I think if Calabria and Theo are back, he's going to go back to the 4-3-3.
Who is gonna be benched? Kier?
Yeah. It's going to be the regular Tomori Chow.
But Krunic is not available. I think
Krunic is not available.
Yeah, I guess it will be injured Krunic. What do you do? Do you play? Do you risk it with?
Oh, I played
Pobega, or do you actually come back to this formation?
Well, okay, what I would do
Yeah.
What I would do is I don't like playing three at the back, so I would never play three at the back. I just don't like it. I would go back to the 4-3-3 and lose with dignity.
No, man, I wanna win shamelessly. That's it.
Yeah, man, you're a better person than me, dude. You have better. Yeah, I don't know, Lard. I honestly don't know. I think he doesn't even know. I think he hasn't figured it out yet. What do you think he's gonna do? Not what you would do. What do you think he's gonna do?
Okay, what I think he's gonna do. So first of all, he needs to do and he will do some rotation against Cagliari, because I don't think Giroud can play another game, can start another game. So probably I'll see Jovic getting a start this time. I think Chukwueze as well will start, and midfield will be Pobega, Reinders, Ruben, which I'm against this because I think they are all tired. Apart from Pobega and Ruben, Reinders is tired. He needs to rest, but he will play against Cagliari. And 4 at the back: Theo, Calabria, Ciao, Tomori. Now, what I will do, because I can see that some players are tired, I will play 3 at the back. I will play again Ciao, Kier, Tomori. I will play Theo and Calabria on the wings. Midfield of 2, Pobega, Ruben. And I will give it a shot to Okafor, Jovic, Pulisic. That's what I will do. Or Leao, Okafor, Pulisic, or Leao, Okafor, how's it called? Chukwueze. So
I mean,
man, they none of them gives me a bit of how can I say it?
certainties.
Nothing, not even. And when I talk about certainties, I'm not saying about they will have a great performance. They will give me something that will be important for that game. I remember when I was thinking, okay, I'll pick Selemakers instead of Messias. I knew that Selemakers will run the shit out of it, and give me that balance in the pitch, and allow other players to have more, breath to go and attack and create chances. But if I put Chukwueze, I don't know if he's gonna help Ruben to actually get, more out of that midfield.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like, you knew what you're gonna get with the players before, in a positive way. So okay, this is interesting. Andy said, I didn't see the press conference today. Pioli said in press conference that this formation was used as an emergency because of missing players, so I doubt he'll use it again. Okay, interesting.
Believe me,
My,
he
my
will use it again in the future. He will realize that this is not a bad formation for what he has.
yeah. Very ugly win from Nathan. That's right. Ugly is how you the win. This isn't ugly. This is amateur. Yeah, it was really poor display. But nonetheless, we are always expecting 3 points against Cagliari. Cagliari is a team that is in very poor form. They do have some interesting players, but these guys might get relegated. They're not getting any points. So we're not playing against freaking Real Madrid. Hopefully Cagliari can be as bad as Verona, and we can take advantage of that. So far Cagliari has only scored 2 points on the table. No, is that 2? Yeah, 2 points on the table. -3 goal difference. So they're not scoring much. They're conceding more than they're scoring. So this should be 3 points, even if you fucking put
Whoever you put, yeah.
whoever you put. Yeah.
Because I heard big things for the players we bought. So I wouldn't. One thing I would love not to hear for the next game is Pioli out, or Pioli doesn't know nothing. What is this formation? Because I heard that our players are good.
Right.
I heard big things from our bench players. So why they should be concerned what Pioli picks?
Right. Was Jovic fat? No. I think Jovic, from what I saw, Jovic is not a center forward also, because he doesn't attack space. Like, he's not attacking, or right, he's not attacking the last line. I thought that play he had with Okafor was a little bit strange because if you are a goal poacher, if you are a player that plays on the line, you're pushing that line till the end. But instead, he came back. Like second strikers come back, right? Like he stopped and he came back. That is not the movement that a poacher, a number 9, a center forward would do. So now it's just his first game. But yeah, I thought that was pretty strange. But he's not fat. He's not fat.
Yeah, I think is not fit for sure, because usually when you're fit, you attack that space. The boy was explaining. I think he's not fit, so he's not sprinting and making those runs.
Yeah, for sure. There's no match fitness in. The goal was with this Mercato to add enough quality to be able to win versus Verona, Cagliari, Salerno. I'm not sure if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Jonathan, David, Leao, and Pulisic on a 4-3-3, all interchanging would be hard to deal with.
I don't know, man. I heard a lot of things about it will be hard to deal with, but when they play in Serie A, they look like amateurs after. I heard that that Chukwueze will be hard to stop in Serie A. I heard a lot of things. I don't think Jonathan David is the right answer for us. Hopefully I got it wrong this time. And you never know, man. Wait for Inter. Usually when we like a striker, Inter goes for it. So you never know.
By the way,
Yeah.
good news for us right now. Juventus is losing 2-1.
Against Sassuolo, yeah?
Against Sassuolo.
Berardi scoring another one.
Berardi just scored, and Szczesny with a big mistake. Big mistake.
Well,
doing us a favor right now.
But Sassuolo is playing well. Looks on the numbers. It's kind of a trick in Juventus. Sassuolo is sitting deep and going on a counter, forcing Juventus to play the game.
Like, what did you think of this shirt? Are you a fan? Some people like it, some people don't. What do you think of it?
Nah, I don't like it, but it doesn't matter. Football is football, man. I forget about the shirt when they play. It's a bit like it's not a Milan shirt. It feels like it's not a Milan shirt. It's a marketing move, of course. Whatever works to make money, so we can buy another average player.
Nice.
It doesn't impress me. I'm not gonna buy it anyway. I like the other one, the red and black. And by the way, at home we should play with the red and black. I don't get that.
Yeah, today was it was marketing. It was marketing day at the office today.
AC marketing, no?
AC marketing. We got to get that pink shirt. The sales are low. We got to show the world how good we look and play in the pink shirt so we can get those sales up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit. We do a lot of marketing outside of the pitch. It would be nice to actually win trophies, to be the biggest team in the world and sell shirts for that reason, not for marketing reasons. Or to actually be one of the most exciting teams to play football instead of to sell to do marketing and pretend we are.
MLS, baby. We're getting ready for the MLS.
Yeah, and by the way, people always tell me about this, North American market. We need to sell more shirts. We need to do marketing. But at the end of the day, the way we're buying players is to selling Tonali. That's how we're buying players.
Right.
Thanks to that American market or to that marketing operation.
Yeah.
a genius that Jerry is to make money. He's a genius to make money. He doesn't need to sell Tonali to make money. Clearly, he's not.
What a genius.
What a genius. That's why I was really critical with Gazidis. Because everyone was telling me Gazidis is a genius of the marketing. But at the end, our revenues were raising because we were winning in the pitch. That's the reality, not because of the marketing.
Yeah,
Maldini
no.
built a team to win.
I do give credit to Gazidis as well. I know you don't like him, but I felt better with Gazidis there than Furlani. I think even though Gazidis, has his faults, but at least he had the common sense to fucking make sure that Maldini was there and work for the club, because he saw the values that Maldini brought. He was able to. Oh, okay. Well, let me take credit for for what Maldini is doing. Um, but at least I give him credit for that.
Anyway, crazy shit. Yeah, Cagliari hopefully will win. I don't care. Ugly, beautiful, right wing scoring, not scoring. I don't give a shit. We need to win. Get that 3 points. Play it smart. I don't care about exciting football and high press anymore. I'm really not in love anymore with this team. I just want to win. Just want to move forward. As much as people think I have an agenda, the only thing I want is to win, get points. I know my shit. I'm not gonna give credit to Furlani and Moncada. They haven't built a great team. They throw away their money, so I don't care. Just want to win ugly. I'm happy that Pioli is actually humble enough to see what he has and find solutions. Even though a lot of people don't like Pioli and thinks Pioli is our main issue. Pioli will never be Guardiola, but at least he's getting 3 points today, and hopefully we'll get 3 points on Wednesday.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Before we close, one thing that I do want to bring up, which is extremely positive, is that the Primavera is kicking ass. Primavera is winning a lot of games. They beat
Yeah.
Juve 3-0 today. They beat Newcastle 4-1 or 4-0. We're scoring a lot of goals and we're not conceding many goals. And now we don't. It's not the youngest team. I think last year we had the youngest team in the competition. Now it's not the youngest team anymore. Abate is doing a good job, but that does not mean that Abate should be the AC Milan coach. Because guys, please do not call out Abate to be the AC Milan coach. The reality of coaching Primavera and first team is universes apart.
Two sports, two different sports.
Yeah, completely two different sports. So Abate still needs to experience. He needs experience. But at least that's positive. The Primavera is doing really good. Hopefully, this means that the future we have some good players coming in from our own academy. That's what I would really like to see.
Yeah, I agree with you, Roy. Usually, when a Primavera does well, is more on the generation that is coming through that Primavera more than the coach. Of course, the coach gets credit, but I think this Primavera of this season, as you said, now they are 1 year older and they're not a young team. Plus, the generation that is coming from the previous years is even better. The Camarda and other players that are, getting introduced to the Primavera, they are baller. They win. They score goals. They create chances. They're proper player. And I feel like this generation, especially the one next year, we will get a lot of players that will reach the first team or play Serie A football and become starters in Serie A in sooner. No, I'm not saying at the age of 18, but be key players in Serie A, a bit like Milan used to do 10, 15 years ago. Usually, when you play for the Primavera of Milan, you become a Serie A player. You know what I mean? So you're playing for a Serie A team and you have a Serie A career.
Yeah.
In the last 5-6 years, a Milan player ends up now in Serie C, Serie B, or some weird division, God knows where. And just a few of them managed to achieve Serie B or Serie A. Now, I think this generation will definitely, few of them will achieve the first team, and a lot of them will play in Serie A and hold the value, financial value, so we can sell them and whatever. You know what I mean? So that is good, because that means you're doing a good job with the Primavera. Hopefully, they win the league this season, so it helps their growth. But let's see. Camarda is exceptional.
Yeah. He's the
Man
real deal
City is
at
on
this
him,
point.
I heard.
Yeah, Man City. Another team too, Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah,
So that's the sign right there.
and they can
You're
get
good.
him now. They can get him without money now.
Yeah, they could if they wanted. Yeah,
1
and I'm
million.
sure
They can
I'm
buy
sure this
Dybala
club
for
will
1
sell him
million.
for the right price.
No, for 1 million. They can get it for 1 million.
What do you mean?
If they convince the parents, he can leave Milan for 1 million euro. Because he does not
Because
have
he doesn't have a professional contract.
he
Right.
doesn't have a professional contract.
Right.
And he can
So
sign one at the age of 16.
Yeah. He's not 16 yet. He's still 15. That's crazy.
Yeah. So when I tell people you should not play for the Primavera at the age of 15, because you lose him.
Okay, listen, Larry, I gotta go.
Same.
But so we will reconvene during the week. Forza Milan, we got the 3 points. A lot to question about, a lot of things to talk about that maybe weren't so good, but at least we got the 3 points. So Cagliari next. Any final words, Larry?
No, Forza Milan, we got the 3 points. We move. Doesn't matter ugly or good football. It's time to get some points to win 5-6 games in a row. That's what it matters. Hopefully Pioli does that. Plays a solid formation, tough to beat. We will always find a goal if we keep the clean sheet. The best defense always wins this area. Always.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here with us. Make sure to click that like button, subscribe on your way out, and we'll see you next time. Arrivederci and ciao.
Ciao.